Hi, Dave's DeLaat Real Estate Team here with your October 2024 market update. And first off, let's start off with the most exciting news that happened in October. The Bank of Canada dropped interest rates 0.5%, making the posted bank rate 3.75%. That was an exponential rate cut by the bank, and what it did is started to create some optimism. So what we saw in October was that actually sales were up. Sales were the seventh highest for the month of October over the past 15 years. Not to mention, sales were only 10% below the 10-year average, which is far better performing than what happened earlier this year, especially talking about May and August, where sales were about 20 to 30% below the 10-year average. So what does this mean? What this means is that buyers are starting to take advantage of the rate drops. The smart buyers are jumping in now and starting to buy houses. But in our local market, what you need to understand, sellers, it is not immediate reprieve to you getting an exponential amount of more money. Buyers are still being very selective. They're very price sensitive. Our market still has tons of inventory. Sellers are competing. And I'll be honest, I've been out with buyers showing properties and prices are all over the place. I can show 10 houses, 2 of them stand out, and that's what the buyers are buying. So if you're a seller who is hoping for a sale before Christmas, be aware, it's still aggressive out there. Buyers are looking for deals and not really willing to kind of overpay for any properties. And fair enough to a lot of the sellers. The sellers have high optimism with further announcements of rate cuts coming in December as well as February, anticipating spring to be a really strong selling market. So a lot of sellers are just holding on. So buyers, be cautious about pricing when out there looking at homes. And sellers, be aware, just because that 0.5% came, optimism is coming, but it did not make an immediate reprieve to the market and say that you're going to get 10 to 20% over what you're asking. Prices will start to slowly go up next year, but again, keep in mind, we will have higher amounts of inventory next year. We will have stronger demand, but pricing will be key, okay? We won't even necessarily feel that the prices are going up next year. It starts off with a gentleman asking $679.9 for his property, getting $675. The next month, the neighbor asks $699 for the property, gets $695, so forth and so on. Prices start to slowly go up. But we are anticipating high demand for next year, but we will again still have an inventory problem. Builders are not rushing to build enough supply for the upcoming demand. So even higher optimism going into 2026, where we'll probably have really low inventory levels. So buyers, now's the best time, but next year is going to be still a good time to buy as there will be availability of houses. And sellers, to think that prices are going to exponentially go up $100,000 to $200,000 next year, that won't be the case. But great news is you'll have a far easier time selling your home if it's priced appropriate to the market, or if you're patient for a few months and prices do slightly go up, you may achieve a more reasonable number that you're looking for, okay? So bottom line is this, sellers, you're gonna have to be patient. Christmas is not far away. This is typically not a great time to sell your house anyways. And again, buyers are out there looking for the deals. So buyers, get out there, start dipping your toes in the market, start buying, and sellers, be patient, your time is coming.